So let's start with that action, which you have with 17 other attorneys general.
Actually, we're up to 18.
18 have joined. What do you see as the merits of the case? What is your likelihood of success in your judgment?
I think the likelihood of success is very strong, and this is one of many cases brought across the country by my office, other attorneys general, private plaintiffs. So it's not completely clear which case will reach the Supreme Court for the ultimate determination, but the case is moving faster in the Washington State case in the Ninth Circuit than any other. I view the Establishment Clause argument as being very strong. It seemed that the judges were most impressed by that and asked a very direct question, which is, I think, at the heart of this case. Can the president issue an order? We know he has broad discretion for immigration matters. Can he issue an order banning all Muslims from entering the United States? And the lawyer representing the federal government had a very hard time answering that question. I think the answer clearly under the Establishment Clause is no, and the judges questioned the intent and the effect of the order, which is the proper inquiry. And to me, it is very clear from the language in the order itself and other things that have been said by Trump and others in his administration that the intent and effect of this order is to discriminate against Muslims and to favor Christians over Muslims, which violates the Establishment.
But that's the critical connection, isn't it? Because the order did not ban all Muslims. It was 7 specified countries. These countries had been named by the Obama administration as being associated with terrorism.
No, that's
so it wasn't just randomly sought.
Actually, that is a false argument. This was identified by the Obama administration as countries where people were getting in without visas. We have visa waiver programs for friendly countries like the United Kingdom, and they said, you know, we're expanding the list of countries where even if you have a UK passport and a passport from Yemen, we want to make sure you at least have to get a visa. All that did was said you have to get a visa. It never banned anyone from coming here.
But certainly, Mr. Attorney General, you don't deny that those 7 countries have been particularly associated with terrorist activity.
As compared to Pakistan? I mean, there's no rational connection between these 7 countries and any sincere national effort to protect security. The only thing this does is discriminate against Muslims.
What is the New York State interest in this?
New York State has a tremendous interest. Close to 23% of the population of our state comes from other countries. Our state institutions, including our state universities, hospitals, depend on people going back and forth from these countries and other countries. Our tech sector, our finance sector, and if you look at the statements of Lloyd Blankfein and Jamie Dimon, this is something that is the lifeblood of New York's economy. This hurts every New Yorker, every New York State institution, and every New York business.
But certainly you don't deny that the Constitution of the United States gives special powers to the president in areas of national security as well as immigration, particularly immigration. Historically, the courts have really deferred to the executive branch on this. You don't deny that.
Oh, no, and everyone concedes that. There's not one of my colleagues in any of the cases that have been brought in Virginia and Massachusetts and New York that denies that. But the president's power is not free of the limits of the Constitution. You cannot issue an order saying we're banning all Jews, we're banning all Muslims, we're banning all Christians. And that was what came up very clearly in the argument before the Ninth Circuit yesterday. There are limits, and the government was on the edge of arguing that a president can make any order he wants in immigration, and it's not reviewable by the judiciary. So this really is a test of the American system of the rule of law and the role of the judiciary in that system. I think it's very important for the courts to assert themselves, and this actually may attract some more conservative justices also, because this is about the balance of powers and the respect for the power of the judiciary to say what the law is, which was established a long time ago in Marbury v. Madison.
Yeah, I want to turn, for our audience doesn't know, that's an early decision.
Chief Justice Marshall, yes,
asserted the power of the courts to review executive decisions according to the Constitution.
Correct.